What a tease the end of that game was. They threw it away, and then they almost got it back, but in the end, they lose to Matt Strom and his long, gross hair.
I like his hair.
I don't like his hair.
All right. Well, yeah, I didn't like that tease. They wanted to beat, but at least they won the series.
We'll talk the series. We'll play. He was a J. I'll tend to try to get my record a little bit higher. And we'll talk about this wild 5-game set coming up with Tampa Bay. It's all on Locked On Blue Jays. It's right now.
You are Locked On Blue Jays, your daily Toronto Blue Jays podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Matt Bonaparte, Ben Shulman with you on Locked On Blue Jays. Thank you for making Locked On Blue Jays your first listen every day. We are free and available wherever you get your podcasts. Also, tweet at us or email us at LockedOnBlueJaysReal. That's LockedOnBlueJaysReal at gmail.com. Still no emails. I'm looking at you, Johnny in Vancouver, potentially to shoot me an email about how we're doing here on Locked On Blue Jays. We want some feedback. This is a series winning pod as of today. The Jays take 2 out of 3 over Boston at home against a red-hot Red Sox team coming into this series. Tanner Houck not there, and that probably made a big difference tonight as we're recording right after the game, as we oftentimes do. Pretty big win in terms of the series for the Jays. A pretty upsetting loss today, Ben.
Yeah, I mean, just because you have the lead, you give up the lead, you tie it up, and life comes at you fast. Second bed pod of the day for me for all our YouTube listeners. No, that's in my hotel room. And this morning, as we were recording Wednesday's episode, I firmly believe that they needed David Phelps in a high leverage situation yesterday, and they brought David Phelps in a high leverage situation now yesterday when you're listening to this on Wednesday, and it really didn't work out. And yeah, Tanner Houck thing, all I'll say about it is his decision to not be here, and not like the Blue Jays have an advantage because they couldn't have signed a talented player with a situation like Tanner Houck too. Robbie Ray didn't travel to Toronto, which told us that even if the Blue Jays wanted to re-sign the Cy Young last year, they couldn't. So, advantage or disadvantage, up for you to determine. But yeah, overall, it's funny. We've had like a couple series where they've lost the series but won the last game. And it's kind of like if you go 1-for-4, but you get a hit in your first one, that's kind of a bummer. But if you go 1-for-4 and you get a hit in your last one, you're like, cool, salvage the day. But at the end of the day, it's a series win, even if it comes with kind of a heartbreaking final loss.
So let's talk storylines before we get to MVPs. What is yours, Sir Shulman?
Mine is, as I look over at my phone to confirm the fact I'm about to say, needed the win and got the win. The Blue Jays badly needed this series win. I'm on my phone because guess when the last series win for the Blue Jays is, Bones? Do you remember?
Detroit.
Detroit is correct. Yeah, they won the series versus Kansas City. They won the series versus Detroit. And then they hadn't won a series. The Detroit series ended on the 12th. It's over 2 weeks ago. So they needed a series win against a streaking Red Sox team, which is ahead of them again, but only by a half game, only by one win. They're even in the loss column. So overall, we would have been in a tough spot doing this pod right now. All sad. If they had lost the series, at least they win it and kind of get themselves back on track as we head into July.
Yeah. Big series to win. Of course, you needed this one after really two tough series on the road in Chicago and Milwaukee. So, huge series. My storyline is if the last 3 series haven't told you that they need a bullpen arm over a starter, I do not know what to tell you. Okay. Barrios had a bad start. Kikuchi had a bad start. Sure. But the bullpen needs to be able to shut things down. We got to see Sergio Romo warm up today, which is the newest addition to the Jays bullpen. Guess what? Sergio Romo is not the answer, okay? You need guys who are going to come in and be locked down, lights out, okay? This is a 39-year-old man who throws the ball 85 miles an hour tops. He ain't the answer, all right, Toronto? All right, Ross? You got to go out. You got to get a bullpen arm. And if this series have not told you that, I don't know what baseball team you're watching.
Sergio Romo looks like you had a great reliever who closed out for teams that made deep runs in one World Series. And then, because of a plane crash, he was cast away with a volleyball that he named Wilson. Maybe Brian Wilson. But he honestly, I mean, I know he's always had the beard, but he looks like way wilder than even I remember.
Yeah, he just came out of.
What's up?
Go ahead.
And
all right, now it's awkward.
Canadian
I was gonna say he just got cut by Seattle, so maybe he was like getting into like the grunge rock thing out there because he looks like a weird drummer now.
Yeah, he does. I mean, who knows? But yeah, he didn't even seem that confident in himself when he said, "Yeah, my market was limited because I'm 39 and throw 85." I mean, realistic, so that's good. But
at least he's being realistic, a realistic king out there.
But yeah, he's quite literally an arm in the most
rudimentary way.
To the point sense. Yeah, like they need someone to throw pitches, and they're confident he can. Yeah, he's not the answer. They need more.
No. As for MVP, I'm going to go with Santiago Espinal here. 4 hits, 3 ribbies, a walk. He's getting back to it. The thing I've learned about Santi this season is that he's the most streaky guy maybe on the team. He's going to be fantastic for a good 15-game stretch, and then he's going to slump, and then again he's going to be absolutely fantastic. I think we're hitting the uptrend, the incline with him, so I'm happy about that.
I do think Lourdes Gurriel gives him a run for his money sometimes with that. Although Lourdes has just been very solid for over a month now, so maybe he's
just more good
consistent.
now.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
My MVP, a guy who I also think is getting to be very solid for the Blue Jays over the last while. Matt Chapman hit a home run in this series. Had 4 hits in this series? I had the numbers up a second ago. I believe had 4 hits in this series. I'm going to confirm for you. Yeah, 4 hits in 13 at-bats. Double homer, team leading 4 RBIs, slugged .615. Just chugging, just doing Matt Chapman things, continuing to improve those numbies. And I'm checking them right now. He is up to a 718 OPS, which isn't fantastic, but it's also not terrible. Remember when he was hitting 150 with a 560 OPS for a while or whatever it was? Not anymore. Now he's hitting solidly in the low 2s at 226 with a 718. Serviceable, and he had a good series. So
he's getting there. All right, Ben. Well, let me tell you about LinkedIn Jobs, man. As the sun comes out and small businesses are back in business, LinkedIn Jobs makes it easier to grow your team. LinkedIn Jobs helps you find the people you want to interview faster and for free. Create a free job post in minutes on LinkedIn Jobs to reach your network and beyond to the world's largest professional network of over 810 million people. Then add your job in the purple hashtag hiring frame to your LinkedIn profile to spread the word that you're trying to hire so your network can help you find the right people to hire. Simple tools like screening questions make it easy to focus on candidates with just the right skills and experience so you can quickly prioritize who you'd like to interview and hire. That's why small businesses rate LinkedIn Jobs #1 in delivering quality hires versus leading competitors. LinkedIn Jobs helps you find the candidates you want to talk to faster. Did you know that every week, nearly 40 million job seekers visit LinkedIn? Post your job for free at linkedin.com/lockedonmlb. That's that's linkedin.com/lockedonmlb to post your free job or your job for free. Excuse me. I always say that. Terms and conditions. Oh my goodness, I can't speak. Terms and conditions apply. Wow, I mean, we doing these late pods, man. I can't speak at these points.
Free job, unpaid job. No.
It's not free. You get paid, likely. I can't confirm though.
LinkedIn people are so mad at me right now. If you're an audio listener, you're getting an ad now. But if you're one of the lucky few on video right now, let's keep rolling. It's time for He Was a Blue Jay. And if you are on audio, hey, that ad you just listened through, if you come watch us on YouTube, you don't have to listen to it. So
Subscribe. I'll give you an update on our subscriber number on YouTube real quick.
Let's see
We're
it.
up to 88 subscribers. We were at 83 not too long ago.
Always climbing. And we got one in the bank for when we get to 99. But we'll get to that another time. All right, let's get to He Was a Blue Jay, everyone's favorite game show where Bones tries to guess a niche Blue Jay or a guy that you wouldn't remember as a Blue Jay based on 5 hints about the guy's career. Bones will have 30 seconds or 3 guesses in between each hint with a little more leeway at the end of it. We just wrapped up season 2 where you finished 5-5 overall. That was after a 17 So it must have been 4-4.
I'm losing you.
You're losing me.
Yeah, your connection's a little bit in the dumps. You're getting a little bit better. You're better.
I'm back?
You're back.
All right. Let's go, pod audience. We're rolling off. Okay, so you've missed once in season 3. So that means you finished season 2 at a 4-4 record. Overall, your record is 22-6. You dominated a very extensive season 1.
Thanks, man.
Got another season 3 guy for you. You ready to go?
Sure.
And we'll hope that my deskless hotel Wi-Fi continues. Hint number 1. This starting pitcher.
In 2009?
Yep.
Okay. Think of starting pitchers who came up in 2009. Andrew Bailey. Or did you say starting pitcher?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. C.J. Wilson.
Incorrect.
John Lannon.
Incorrect. We move on. Hint 2. In his second season, this guy's sub-3 ERA in 31 starts earned him a top 10 Cy Young voting finish.
Wow. Second season. So 2010, probably. Could be 11 if he didn't play a lot in 09. It's probably 10, though. He wouldn't really be necessary.
I count like
so 2010, he was a dog.
2010, he was an absolute top 10 Cy Young.
2010, he was an absolute dog. Huh. Was he Phil Hughes?
Not Phil Hughes.
Okay. 2010, absolute dog. Jair Jurgens.
Incorrect. Did not get a top 10 Cy Young finish.
Who else could I throw out here?
Now I will just for being nice to the people listening at home too. Mention that finish as a low bar. It essentially only 2 guys got any sort of vote, but that does still mean he's good.
I heard what you said, but I will say your connection's faltering a tad. All right, I'm moving on.
Hint number 3. Hear me. The lone playoff games he ever pitched in were in 2012 with Cincinnati.
Oh, wow, that's a huge hint. Matt Latos.
Correct. Congratulations. That's pretty good.
Go.
That's quick.
That was
That's
big.
unfortunately quick for not having another guy. Matt
Latos was a dog, dude. Matt Latos was
was
fantastic for a minute with San Diego as well, and then he moved to Cincinnati, then Miami.
Yeah. So he's best with San Diego. Hint 4 was he was a Blue Jay in 2017. Hint 5 was going to be you probably remember him best for those first 3 years in San Diego. That's when he was.
Oh, did we lose him?
I can't believe we won All-Star.
Oh, no, he's back now.
the
You had
bones.
a big gap there. You said he's back.
All
Oh,
right.
oh, and then yeah, that was tough. Did we lose him
I will
again?
not be in this hotel next week. But Matt Lato's nasty in 3 years with pretty good with Cincinnati, and then Miami, Dodgers, 2016 he's with the White Sox, the Nats, in 17.
Did he pitch a lot with the Jays or just a little bit? Just 3 starts. Okay.
The 2017 season to be in the minors, I was like, what? That's awesome. Didn't turn out. It wasn't cool. But
That's
it was
funny.
still cool to have him. He just wasn't good. He pitched 15 innings and gave
Totally.
up 5 homers. That's a lot of homers in 15 innings. It's one
Yeah,
every
that's
3.
too many homers.
I'm going to attempt to read an advertisement, and hopefully our partners are not going to get mad at my internet connection. But
Can I say something real quick?
sure.
I think I should read this advertisement, both these advertisements, and you try to fix your Wi-Fi in the meantime.
Okay, before you do that, please give me
Little
the
inside
catch
baseball.
line. Please give me the catch line of.
He was a Blue Jay?
Thank you. Did you know he was a Blue Jay?
Well, when I said it, I was like, I think he was a Blue Jay.
Okay, so you maybe a subconscious level.
Yeah, when a guy, yeah, I think I knew a little bit.
Okay. Take your time on these ads, bud. I'll be back.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna put this overlay on. Okay, it's time to read ads here. Here we go. Welcome to the world of sports cards reimagined. The Sports Card Investor app is the hobby's most powerful resource. Quickly check the value of your favorite cards, find great deals, and profit from the hobby you love. Available completely free in the Google Play and Apple App Stores. The Sports Card Investor app is a must-have for all baseball fans. It's completely free. You can easily browse over 630,000 cards from every sport, with hundreds more added each week. Check the latest values of your favorite cards with 7-day or 30-day charts and find the best prices and buy directly through the app with our eBay deals feature. Download the Sports Card Investor app today, available for free in the Google Play and Apple App Stores, or go to sportscardinvestor.com/lockedon/ never gets any love. BetOnline.net is your number one source for all your betting needs and sports info. Find all the latest sports developments, league reviews, and news, including this year's Major League Baseball season. BetOnline is your continued source for all your sporting wagering information, including live betting, esports, and scores. And BetOnline.net remains the best spot for all of your sports scores, podcasts, and news this season. BetOnline.net is the fastest and easiest way to check in on all your favorite sports and events, including MMA, boxing, and golf. Head to the website today or use your mobile device to learn more about the trends and action. BetOnline, where the game starts. Do we have Ben? No, we don't have Ben. That means it's just me. I don't know if we'll get Ben back, but even if we don't, we're going to continue this podcast because the show stops for absolutely nothing. This is usually the part where Ben and I go back and forth and talk about the upcoming series, which is a Tampa Bay series. We're getting a rare 5-game set, obviously, in the 2022 season with all the random they had to get all 162 games in. So we've had to see a lot of random things, one of which is a 5-game set with the Tampa Bay Rays. Oh, is Ben Shulman here? There he is, folks. How's the FI now, man?
I just want to say it's not good. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's not good. And
okay.
B, since we're just basically telling people everything about how this podcast works behind the scenes today, I got into our restream chat right as your ad was ended. I was in the lobby, and I'm the host of this, letting people into our actual episode or keeping them in the lobby.
Not going to
And it
make
just
any sense to these people.
Yeah, I know. It just would. It will for you though. It wouldn't let me join our call basically. So I was watching Bones be like, "Guess Ben's not here," and I was like, "No, no,
That's
I
funny.
am here." And then I
Well,
refreshed
you're
it.
here now.
So
Anyway, I
I
was
love
telling him
this.
about how this is a crazy 5-game series we're going to have to see here. How
Yeah,
about you start off and see if we can use as much Wi-Fi as we can right now by telling me your hype train.
my hype train is George Springer, partly because he was almost my MVP of this past series. Gorgeous George was hurt a little bit, but came back and played this whole series and hit 2 home runs in 3 games. Average wasn't there, but I feel like the more he gets his timing back after being out a little bit, the better that'll be. So I like George to have a good series versus the Rays in 5 games to bang some more homers.
I like the theme you're providing with the leaders being good here. I thought about pre-episode going with a bullpen member, but I can't even look at those absolute bad baseball players right now. I'm going to go with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. here because this team needs a jolt from the man who is looked to as the best player on this team. Vlad needs to go out there against a division rival, one that's playing good baseball, or maybe not so much good baseball right now, actually, but still a good team nonetheless, and just put them in the ground for 5 straight games. I'm going Vlad here. In terms of my scary, I'm going Hitting Harold Ramirez. Hitting Harold has been fantastic in the month of June. The guy has just been putting bat on ball. A near 380 average at 379, his on base percentage up to 433, and he's slugging 500. Only 1 homer in that time, but 4 doubles. He's playing very, very good baseball. OPS obviously up to 933 in that time. The guy has just been a menace. 22 hits in 21 games. 12 ribbies, 7 walks. He's only struck out 10 times. I mean, the month of June has been kind to Harold Ramirez of Colombia.
I'll be going with the least scary man visually as my scary. G-Man Choi.
Very
Who's
friendly
just,
looking man.
yeah, the most lovable, one of the most lovable guys in all of baseball, I would say. But also scary. His 851 OPS, best of any Rays everyday player. The only guy who's better than him is Paredes, who has only played 36 games. So G-Man Choi has been like the offensive leader of the Rays this year as they are in a playoff spot right now. Also pretty good hitter against the Blue Jays. 786 OPS career is like solid, but recently it's been better. I didn't want to use this year as a sample because he only has 8 at-bats against the Blue Jays. He is 1 for 8. I will let people know. But last year, he had an 886 OPS against the Blue Jays. Really hit them. And what's scarier than meat? Lots of meat. That was my third point I wrote down. He's 260 pounds of fun, but not for Blue Jays fans these next 5 games. So G-Man Choi, scary. Also, we did promise people Wi-Fi's back. We did promise people that we would keep up a little bit more on our scaries and hype trains from previous series, so it's not just throwaway. So I feel like the best way to evaluate is just how did you feel about your scary and hype train last week? You had Alek Manoah and Rafi Devers.
Alec was fine. He pitched like a fine game. Wasn't anything out of this world. Rafi, I mean, he didn't go off, but he was, again, fine. It wasn't my best performance. It wasn't my worst. So that's what I'll say. Andrew Vaughn, easily my best in terms of a scary this year. And probably Lourdes Gurriel was my best hype train thus far.
Yeah, I think you defined your own thing with saying fine for both guys. Like, I think you did a fine job. I didn't bring this up just to pat myself on the back, but I think I did a good job this week. Matt Chapman was my MVP because
A classic Shulman flex.
Yeah, he hit 308 with me and my pristine Wi-Fi. 308 with a 923 OPS in this series. And then Christian Vasquez. I'm like doing the opposite of it with G-Man Choi, where I'm picking like the guy. But Christian Vasquez was like, I'm trying to not pick the guy. But
That was a good pick.
He had
Yeah.
5 hits. Yeah, he had 5 hits.
That at bat he worked for a walk late in the game today. Oh my goodness! I was thinking about you picking him.
Almost
I'm not gonna
turned
lie.
the whole game. Obviously, the Red Sox
Yeah.
ended up winning, but he almost fueled the whole rally. So, yeah, I feel good. Mine is good, but like you have your high mark. my Mountcastle Vladdy week was my high water mark. That was
was
when
big
Vladdy
for you.
really started get going in Baltimore.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to apologize to all the listeners for my terrible setup this week. But you know, I love the trip to the West Michigan Whitecaps. This is my only time here, so don't worry about it happening again.
All right. Well, thank you for making Locked On Blue Jays your first listen every day. We will be back tomorrow to talk about the first game of this Rays series. Now go make your second listen, Locked On MLB Prospects. Host Lindsey Crosby. My gosh, I'm brutal today. Host Lindsey Crosby is a prospect encyclopedia, and he's going deep on the MLB stars of tomorrow. It's free. It's available wherever you get your podcasts. We will see you tomorrow.